Hi everybody, and boy oh boy, today we have a special guest with us. And if you don't know who this handsome man sitting next to me is, so you've been living in some sort of a hole, and you need to crawl out of it. And this is the man, the myth, the legend, Adam Meakins. So thank you, Adam, for being here, for doing this. I know your time is precious and short, like a toddler. So yeah. So straight to the point. How did you get to this field of sports, physiotherapy, healthcare?
It was a bit of a roundabout journey. It wasn't a direct path. I first left school many years ago. I went into the military. I had no interest in personal training or fitness or anything really, and spent a few years in the military. Came out the fittest I've ever been, thanks to the military, and that developed my interest into fitness and health. And then I went and did my degree in sports science to become an accredited sports scientist, a trainer, a strength and conditioning coach. Did that for a year or so. Had clients with injuries and pains that all thought about how to manage and I could manage it or not. So I got interested in physiotherapy about 25 years ago. And then did my second degree in physio, and gradually through various different routes. I've been in various different things as a physiotherapist, working in hospital settings, practicing professional sports, and I'm now here, as I say, as an educator and a clinician.
And what's the most rewarding thing or lesson you learned while working with clients?
That's a great question.
What's the most memorable thing you learned?
I think, building a relationship is key.
Yeah.
I think is essential to all that we do. And I think, some of my best results come from people that I had the best relationships with, regardless of the severity or the conditions that they have. Some people that I've had some amazing results with, on paper, should have got the results they should have got, because of their social, economic problems, the pathology they had, and the other healthcare issues they had. But I think it's due to them, and us working well together, getting better outcomes. And conversely, some of the worst outcomes I've had are from people that I haven't had a good relationship with, even though they technically should have got a good outcome with some of them simply and should have been easily resolved. But because the relationship breaks down, the communication breaks down, the outcomes and everything aren't so good either. So I think, the biggest thing that I've learned is in this game, it's not so much about what you do, it's about how you do it. I think it's far more important.
Okay. And what about your training, implementation philosophy? How it differs from the nowadays philosophies, the usual one?
Yeah, so I think, I've gone through an evolution of, being taught, coached of how to think about movement and exercise, and there's been this very constrained, very specific, very exact thing that needs to be done. So, squats, deadlifts, they have to be done a certain specific way to be safe, to be efficient, and I've realised that that's not the case. Realised that there's variation, and that's perfectly okay, and actually it can be beneficial, advantageous for some people. And so my, thing that I've learned is just having this more relaxed approach about movement and exercise. It doesn't have to look pretty to be perfect. It doesn't have to be looking pretty to be safe. You can move ugly. You can do things that are not considered traditionally to be normal, and nothing really bad happens. I think sometimes some really good things can happen from allowing people to move in ways that just feel more natural.
Okay, so what is your opinion on heavy resistance training against training moderate resistance, let's say, lighter weights,
So
and really heavy weights?
Yeah, so my biases are more towards using lower rep ranges and heavy weights
Yeah, okay.
for improving, strength. So I think that's what the evidence showed us a little bit, that there is a trend. If you want to get stronger, you need to have these heavier loads, these higher intensities in the lower rep ranges to get stronger. But I also know, there is again variation there. There is, people that they can get stronger using lighter loads, higher rep ranges, just as well as doing the heavier loads. But I think it does come with some trade-off. I think there are some side effects of using lighter loads at higher rep ranges at higher intensities. It generates more fatigue, and it causes more sort of afterwards as well. It takes longer to do. So I think I am, say, more biased towards getting people trying to use heavier weights and lower rep ranges at home.
Okay, why do you think then women tend to use less weight? And is it relatable that women have almost in every case twice as much musculoskeletal pathologies?
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason, but why women are afraid or don't like using heavier weights, because it's not always just a fear thing. It's societal things. It's not considered to be feminine to be doing heavy weights. It's considered to be masculine pursuit.
Okay.
And because of these societal factors around it, women are discouraged from lifting heavy weights. I mean, it is beginning to change thanks to social media,
Yes.
to CrossFit and the powerlifting stuff becoming more popular in female populations now and non. And I think more and more people are beginning to realise that it is something that a lot of females need to do for their bone health, for their muscle tissue mass retention as well. And I think it is slowly going to change, but it's probably going to be another 100 to 200 years before society accepts that females can do heavy strength training without the fear of becoming bulky and, this unfeminist behind it.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while for that to close out.
Okay. And what about older population? Do you do some kind of special treatment around people older ages?
So again, there's a common fear that older people need to be treated with, more care because they're more fragile, and some can be. But again, the standard progressive model of resistance training, there is nothing that you can't do to the old person, you can't do to the young person. You can still get older people lifting heavy weights using 90% of their 1RM safely and effectively, really effectively. You can get 90-year-olds using 19% of 1RM.
Okay.
And I truly believe it's more beneficial for them as well. I think the older you are, the frailer you are, the more benefits you get from using the
Sure. Okay. What about the straight back, rounded back thing, lifting with straight back?
I think again, it's like one of my favourite sayings. It depends. Yeah, I think it depends on lots of things. So there is a role sometimes for coaching an exercise to be done in a certain way. And things on the stiff back for some people can help make it feel better.
Yeah.
It can make them feel more stable, secure, safe, and therefore that's for them to do.
Okay. And what about one rep max?
So yeah,
It's okay to keep it rounded?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I've not seen any convincing evidence that says you can keep your back dead straight and stiff when you're doing a one rep max. It will normally force you to move and put strain on things and change how you try to keep things stiff and still because you're doing maximum intensity isolation. And I've not seen anything that says it's more risky or dangerous to let back move around a bit as we do high intensity.
Okay. Do you have, let's say, 3 exercises that you recommend people to do? Almost, I wouldn't want to say must, but recommended exercises that they could incorporate in their routines. Let's say around a healthy population of people. That could benefit them in many ways.
Yeah, so if I had to pick 3 exercises that I think the vast majority of the population should do, it'll be a squat, it'll be a hinge, deadlift, and an overhead lunge.
Okay.
So those I think 3 exercises give you so much bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Give you so much advantages on so many different things. Covers all sorts of major muscle groups and bases. I think if you only could do 3 exercises, those are the things.
Okay. Okay. And what is the last thing you would say for the general population that's watching this? Just what are the most important things to keep yourself healthy?
Muscle mass is an essential requirement for longevity. VO2 max, the high VO2 max as well. So, you know, it's about as much as I'm biased towards heavy strength training, the muscle mass, cardiovascular stuff I think is important.
So it's a combination of strength training and cardio.
Be a generalist, right? I can tell a lot of population. Don't try and be a specialist in one area because we're talking 1% of the population who are able to do that. So, you know, be a generalist in your cardiovascular training, in your strength and resistance training, keep your muscle mass, keep your low density, keep your VO2 max, and you're doing everything possibly can to extend your longevity, improve your quality of life, compress your, you know, frailty at the end of life to a bare minimum.
Okay, yeah, so thank you, Adam, for your time. And here you go, people. You heard it from Adam Meakins himself. And just so you know, we are straight from his seminar, the Pain the Shoulder. It was an amazing seminar. It was a full weekend. And I recommend you to come the next time you'll be back. So, last question before we announce. What else besides Adam Meakins and Elevate you should say people should watch on social media? What people give good advice? I know you do give advice, good advices. Oh, we give good advices.
Who should I recommend else? Well, I've got to give a shout out to my mate and business partner, Ben Cormack. So Core Kinetic produces good information on social media. Does a good course, not quite as good for my course, but it's okay. You know, there are so many others out there I think that I could recommend. You know, if you're into running injuries, we've got Tom Goon. He's a great running physio. If you're into your pain science and stuff like that, Greg Lehman probably would be one I'd recommend. You know, I'm trying to think off the top of the head of other ones, but I don't want to just isolate one or two and then forget the others.
Just say Elevate You.
Elevate You then as well.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for your time. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good talking.